Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I am blessed and beautiful. How are you?
Oh, you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
I'm very good, thank you.
You look splendid.
Well, thank you. I came into this week after an amazing weekend, so I'm just very happy.
Can you tell me about it?
Oh, I can tell you about it, but I ain't telling nobody else about it. Good morning to you and welcome to Breakfast Daily. My name is David Kwekusechi.
Good morning to you out there. My name is Elaine Atto. Welcome. We are about to give you 2.5 hours of pure resplendence. So please make sure you do not change your channel.
Absolutely.
And you can join us via Twitter, X, #Breakfast Daily. And as you know, you can also join us via text, that is WhatsApp, on the number 020-444-7033. 020-444-7033.
Absolutely. Now, don't forget that, well, of course, there's so many reminders that we have to give you, but we like to start the show off with some words of inspiration. So let's take a look at our quote of the day today, and we'll get the show right on the road. Now, today's quote comes from Jody Picoult, and the quote is a beautiful one. It says, "You don't love someone because they're perfect. You love them in spite of the fact that they're not." Yeah.
I am touched.
You don't love someone because they're perfect. You love them in spite of the fact that they're not.
This hits a spot. It hits a spot so deep. We are not perfect.
Yeah.
None of us is perfect.
Yeah.
In fact, the Bible says we should come to the Lord as we are, because as clean as we think we are like a dirty linen, white linen right in front of him.
Yeah.
So if our God sees our imperfections and loves us the same way, and the same Bible says, love thy neighbor as you love yourself, and you are not able to love the person you would want to spend the rest of your life with, or a family member, as deeply as you would love yourself, and accept them
As they are. Yeah.
And you preach the love by words and not by deeds.
Yeah.
No. This hits differently. I love this morning's quote.
I heard something a few years ago. It said that marriage is not an emotional compromise based on circumstances.
No.
It's an unconditional commitment to another imperfect person.
Unconditional commitment
to
another imperfect person.
Because by admission, you're saying you're not perfect.
Yes, at all.
But you're committing yourself to someone who's
also
not
imperfect.
Right? Yeah. So it's not an emotional compromise
No.
based on. It's like if it's shining, then we are in.
Then we are in it together. We are having fun. Then if it's not rosy, then it's all hellfire. No. We have to love one another just as the person is. And trust me, with that type of love and acceptance, you all live in harmony.
Absolutely. Well, a quick reminder for you that the Back to Your Village Food Festival is coming on. We're prepping, we're gearing up, where everything is heating up quite nicely. And 020-5973-973 is the number to call if you are a vendor and you have various dishes of indigenous nature and Ghanaian indigenous nature, and you want to showcase these at the festival. Well, call that number right now and make sure you get your place there. It's on the 30th and 31st of March. Now, just to put it in context for you, that's actually the Easter weekend. All right, so it's Holy Saturday and Easter Sunday, by the way, just to put that in context for you. It's going to be an amazing weekend. It's going to be at the AMA forecourt. Yes, the Back to Your Village Food Festival. I want to say a big thank you to our sponsors, to Miss Cookie Spices, to Fortune Rice, and to Frytol as well for supporting and sponsoring the Back to Your Village Food Festival. All right. And then after that, we have the NISAC. Well, actually, before that, we have NISAC. Now, NISAC is the National Invitational Students Athletics Championship. You don't want to miss out on this exciting extravaganza of sports from the high school level. Of course, they're all going to be coming. We have over 50 schools, 2,000 athletes are coming to compete. This is going to be like Intercourt 2.0.
It is an Intercourt 2.0.
Right, because back in the day, the Intercourt was held usually on Sakura Park, you know, or the grass is basa like that.
Potato
but
park.
this one is at the University of Ghana Stadium. Okay, it's the beautiful brand new stadium, tartan tracks. Everything is beautiful. Everything is good to go. Look, your record may be 10.5, but when you run on that track, you're going to drop the
Usain Bolt.
You know, because it's going to be it's a fast track and all of that. So to all the schools that are coming, to all the athletes that are coming, and to all those who have people who are who you know from these schools and the athletes that are coming, you're all invited from the 24th to the 28th of February. It's going to be an amazing extravaganza of athletics, all right? So jumping, throwing, running, all of it is going to be happening there. Yeah, and I love athletics.
And I am poised for it.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah.
Now, the Heritage Caravan, as we have been telling you, is completely and totally sold out. And you know, we are doing 14 regions in just 8 days, March 3rd to 10th. 2024. And if you missed out on this, well, you can run and come and join the festival. But if you do not want to miss out on it, then you have to start paying now, so that by next year you would have booked your seat on the Heritage Caravan buses, so you can experience all the videos you have been watching on our television sets. You see the jamming and the pumping and all that is going on the Heritage Caravan, especially for those of us who have not had the opportunity to travel certain regions in our country. This is one of the greatest opportunity for you. So please make sure that next year you are joining us. But for this year, we are completely sold out. And we are proudly sponsored by the National Lotteries Authority, by Holad, then Goyle Good Energy, Ghana Tourism Authority, and OmniB SIC, Bell Beverages, and Bell Pack Tissues. They are proudly joining us. So please make sure that you're telling a friend to tell a friend, so next year they can also enjoy the Heritage Caravan 2024. I think I left out GB Foods. GB Foods is also proudly sponsoring the Heritage Caravan.
All right. Beautiful. Well, let's get right into the dailies that we have for today. And on the front page of the Daily Graphic, we have public sector salaries up 23%, which means if you're earning 1,000 Ghana cedis, now you're going to be 1,002. If you are 10,000, then now you're going to 12,000, so it's not bad, crap. Yeah, President Kufuor pushes for Africa-wide mobile interoperability. This is actually a really, really brilliant move. I think that for the longest time, Africa has struggled with very expensive telco operations between different countries, you know. For airlines is one, when the telcos is another one. So if we can fix this one, I think it starts things off on a good note.
On a very good note
because it's crazy. I mean, you're roaming. You go into next door,
and then
your prices are high, like crazy. Yeah. You know, so this is really good news here. Pharmacy Council declares war on unlicensed practitioners, and we have JITA rolls out major irrigation interventions for 2024 at Front Plains and others to create over 45,000 jobs. And Ghana Post reaches out to customers. On the back page, we have Kotoko Stage come back to win J.A. Kufuor Cup.
I have the Ghanaian Times, most authoritative newspaper. Today is Monday, February 19, 2024. And the big issue here is Ghana.gov revenue platforms. That is Mrs. Ursula Owusu Ekufo, Communications and Digitalization Minister. Yesterday at the presser, Meet the Press, we could hear that government bags 210 billion Ghana cedi. 210 billion Ghana cedi as revenue since introduction in 2020. 2020. Government releases 150 million to contractors for road maintenance, and that story is on page 4. Charlie, they should come to my area. I'll show them the potholes that are so deplorable. It is ruining our cars. Charlie, this one here is a lot of money. So we just hope that it will not be, it should be national and will not be in phases. And if it's in phases too, we'll gladly wait for our turn.
The 150 million doesn't really go that far when it comes to road infrastructure, because 1 kilometer of road is like $1 million.
It's $1 million.
So it really doesn't go that far, you know. But hopefully, you know, people will feel it. Yeah.
Yes, and hopefully it will be
spread
in the
out
major,
in such a way that people will
people will feel
impact.
it. Yeah. This morning I heard Caleb talking about other vicinities or areas that he has seen the project taking place. So it's a good thing. We hope that it will go a long way to help the major roads that are deplorable. Then mobile money vendor, one other killed in robbery attack at Wali Wali, and that story is on page 3. Netco probes 3,000 illegal meters in Sunyani to crack down on perpetrators. That means they are not on their grade. Costing Ghana hard revenue.
It's a problem.
And at the back page, we have Black Queens prepare for Zambia double header for Paris 2024 Olympic Games.
Great.
Ghana to benefit from FIFA Global Academy's plan.
All right. The Herald is the next paper that I have here. It says Ghana's $12 million US blown on a Japan royalties deal traced to ... And it has the pictured. We have Gabriel Chidakon, Esan Koma, George Mekudoka, Edward Nanayao Kranting, all photographed there on that story. KPMG submits SML audit report to Ekufuado this week. We have Obuasi MP confirms rejecting injury time ministerial job. And Attorney General runs from lawyers disbarment, leaves doubts over General Legal Counsel's fairness. Yeah, and that's what we have for the Herald.
The Daily Guide. Ghana Post to distribute 1 million chocolates. Then we have the picture of Bai Sosai Kufuor over here. Baumia unveils campaign team today. AU Summit. Nana calls for single mobile platform. NDC Fifi Kwete under fire. That story is on page 6. 2 arrested over Momo vendor's murder.
All right. Yeah. I have the new finder, and it says here, adopt Africa-wide mobile interoperability. Ekufuado rallies African heads of state. Government releases 150 million Ghana cedis for road maintenance. We have prosperity, peace, and security inseparable. It's coming from the Chief of Staff. We also have Senior Husi advocates clear strategic policy framework for maritime governance in Africa. That's it for the new finder.
The Chronicle newspaper, Ghana's future secured with NPP and Dr. Baumia. That's John Kuma. And then the legacy on corn at the Information Ministry. Please smoke out Momo vendor killers at Wali Wali. We have the picture of the IGP Dampare directing one of the night patrols from the police control room. Mahama's 24-hour economy is a hoax. Don't fall for it. That's Samuel Abu Jinapo saying. And then Samuel Jinapo, Akumia asks, is Baumia the disgrace to the north? And there is your favorite quote here. Timothy 6:9-10. But people who long to be rich soon begin to do all kinds of wrong things to get money, things that hurt them and make them evil-minded, and finally send them to hell itself.
All right. We have the Republic Press here, and it says, Nana replies critics over reshuffle. Woyomi mad at GLC, threatens legal battle as he rejects bribery allegations. Cheddar bounces NDC. Okay, Furiata thanks MOF staff, Ministry of Finance staff. We have new 2024 standing orders to address Ghana's dynamic hybrid parliamentary democracy. This is coming from the Speaker. And Mahama denies Social Democratic Forum. And so that's what we have for the front page of the Republic Press.
The Inquisitor redefining objectivity. Anti-gay bill. Openyo Markin urges media scrutiny. Dangerous times, drugs and guns on the streets. I'd like to go into this story if we have time. SML sues Fourth Estate, Manasseh. Damongo NPP acclaims Abu Man of Action. That's Samuel Abujinapo. Opong Fosu faults NPP leadership for economic mess. That's Mr. Akwesi. Opong Fosu. That's it for the Inquisitor.
All right. The new publisher. Jenabo quizzes NDC over a 24-hour economy. Your doomsday killed even daytime businesses, he says. Virgin blood for church rituals. Royal House speaks out. Ghana joins ECOWAS free roaming initiative. And this is now Ursula speaking.
Yes.
So this is like an extension of what Nanado was saying earlier. Yeah, to the various presidents. Jail term over LGBT wrong, Dr. Nyako speaking there. And that's what we have for the front page of the new publisher.
Daily Analyst without fear or favor. Ofori Atta thanks Ministry of Finance staff for successes they achieved together. Mahama NDC have no links with Allen. Mahama campaign is clarifying this. 2 arrested over murder of mobile money vendor at Wali Wali. The 2 suspects, one is Van Dam on the left and Issa on the right. 30% of Africa's sovereign reserves should be invested locally. That is the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo telling the AU leaders. GJA revokes media blackout on Hawa Kumsin, but that of Yendi MP is still in force. That is all for the Daily Alert.
Right. So the anchor has these headlines here. It says, Baumia is innocent. Let's rally behind him. This is coming from former Kwadaso MP pleads, says the sins of someone cannot be invited upon another. We also have here, government releases 150 million to patch potholes. And Ghana's largest cashew farm destroyed by fire. Very unfortunate news there. We also have Alan Court, in quotes, in secret funding accusation to reduce MPP votes in Ashanti. Another tidal surge displaces hundreds at Keta. And that's what we have for the anchor.
Business and Financial Times, and the news is drastic spending cuts will spur economic revival. That is the banking consultant. That is what Bernard Avle we had last week over here, and when he was speaking on banking and consultancy. You remember?
Yeah.
Feature, navigating economic volatility. On the economy, inflation reverse cuts doubts on near-term rate cuts. Then value of secured loans sees sharp decline of 54.9% in 2023. SNIT targets 2,000 informal workers in Northern Region in 2024. With the value of secured loans, either the banks are not giving the loans.
All right, so the Informer has these headlines here. It says, EC must lift veil over party financiers, GIL yells. I think it's important. We need to know how and who is financing the various political parties. It shouldn't be secretive. It shouldn't be something that's hidden.
In the past years, the EC has
we
said
like to shroud a lot of things in, in secrecy. And for me, I think it doesn't help what the agenda that we have at promoting an advanced democracy. We need to open up, and expose some of these. Anti-LGBTQI plus bill, tread cautiously. Fenyo Market raises red flag. We have close education funding gap. Akufo-Addo edges Africa, and GJA Howard Kumson smoke peace pipe. And you have there the information minister designate the president of the GJA and Honorable Howard Kumson photographed there. That's what we have for the printed papers. Let's do a few online stories.
Sure.
And we have on citynewsroom.com, Afenyo Markin to replace Osaiche Mensah Bonsu as majority leader. Okay. we also have some top trending stories. Over 1,000 telephony sites constructed by February 2024. This is coming from the minister, Esther Husu. Begro chief to appear before Achim Ebokwa Traditional Council today. All right. Ghana implements ECOWAS free roaming initiative with Cote d'Ivoire. And Senegal election, opposition supporters march in Dakar calling for swift vote.
And in other news, making headlines, we have casting the future, the MPP's quest for a new majority leader and front bench reshuffle. Sacked Twitter staff in Ghana finally get payoff. That is after a whole year. Since 2022, they were laid off. The whole of 2023, they never heard from them, according to...
I think it was early part of 2022,
It was early part of
right?
2022.
So it was almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years, and we're in 2024. So finally, most of them have got there. I saw in one of the headliners with them having pictures and having some of their checks showing Sikanabo. NDC couldn't provide 12-hour economy. How can it deliver 24-hour economy? That is Abu Jinapo. Said Ghana football demo to hit Kumasi on February 23. AG must force Wayome to pay outstanding debt owed state. That's Martin Pebu. Baumia to announce campaign team today. APD 2024 Compact. Akufo-Addo pushes for Africa-wide mobile interoperability system at AU Summit. Support smart, humble Amin Adam to succeed Oforiatta. Oforiatta tells ministry staff. That is the finance ministry staff. Let's be grateful for the milestones we achieved. Oforiatta thanks Ministry of Finance staff. Dan Botre to be named Baomia's campaign manager.
All right. Now, there's a story here that I want to read very quickly because I'm setting some agenda for
I can tell.
my guest for the next segment. Ghana implements ECOWAS free roaming initiative with Cote d'Ivoire. Now, it's going to be very cheap for people to be making phone calls. The Minister for Communication and Digitalization, Esther Owusu-Ekufo, announced on Sunday, February 18th, 2024, that Ghana has successfully implemented the ECOWAS free roaming initiative in collaboration with Cote d'Ivoire. Now, the initiative aims to enhance integration and foster international connectivity between the two nations. Now, speaking at a press briefing under the theme Digital Infrastructure to Bridge the Digital Divide, Minister Esther Owusu-Ekufo revealed that the initiative, initially adopted in 2016, faced challenges in its implementation. However, she disclosed that Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire overcame obstacles and became the first ECOWAS member states to implement the ECOWAS free roaming in June 2023. Now, the initiative focuses on promoting greater integration among ECOWAS member states and reducing roaming charges within the sub-region. Now, with this development, citizens of both Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire can access the internet without incurring international charges. Additionally, individuals can make and receive calls while being charged at the local rate of the country they're currently in, which is great. The successful implementation is expected to contribute to improved international connectivity and collaboration within the ECOWAS region. And the story goes on there. It also talks about Ghana. Mrs. Owusu-Ekufo further explained that Ghana has also signed an MOU with Togo to implement a similar initiative and hoping for the results by the end of the first quarter of the year. That's 2024. And additionally, she also said that the NCA has received calls from Benin and Gambia to establish a similar bilateral process. So you can go and read further in that story there. But yes, I think it's good news all around. West Africa. It is
good news all around.
We can call each other at cheaper rates.
No extra charges, not too much.
And then you can roam in the other country and pay local rates there.
I'm in Cote d'Ivoire and I have to buy a SIM card.
Yeah.
And just the process of buying the SIM card
complex.
is so complex, to the point that I was lucky enough to get a lawyer who had lived here in Ghana before, and I was like, you see, the ECOWAS card is not really working here. Is it working? It's not really working. And he had to use his ID to buy me a SIM card just for me to be able to make calls. You imagine? So the ECOWAS system, if we are intermarrying, we should intermarry fully and properly. So we have access to what is required of us as Africans.
All right, well, sports review is next. Don't go anywhere. All right, it's time for sports review. And after a weekend of, very busy weekend of football, the MTN FA Cup defending, this is news from the MTN FA Cup, defending MTN FA Cup champions, Dreams FC beat Semper FI 4-1 on Sunday to make it to the quarterfinals. Now, they joined Sky FC, who beat Elkins Sharks 4-3 on penalties following a 1-1 draw. Now, Legon Cities went past Nania FC 2-1, while Soccer Intellectuals were 2-0 winners over Hohoi United. Now, Bechem United also won over the weekend after their 5-3 penalty shootout result over Aquaboso Young Madrid. Okay. Now, on the PL on Citi, Premier League on Citi, we have defending champions Manchester City drew 1-1 with Chelsea at the Etihad on Saturday in the biggest match of week 25 of the Premier League. Now, the visitors managed to keep City at bay and struck on the break in the 42nd minute through Raheem Sterling. Now, Man City got level in the 83rd minute with a goal from Rodri. Now, the result leaves Man City on 53 points, 4 points behind Liverpool, who won 4-1 at Brentford also on Saturday. Now, Darwin Núñez got the scoring underway with a lovely chip over the goalie, and Alexis McAllister and Mohamed Salah added to make it 3-0 after 68 minutes. Now, Ivan Toney pulled one back for Brentford, but Cody Gakpo added one more for Liverpool for good measure. All right. Now, Arsenal kept the heat on Liverpool after their 5-0 win at Burnley. Now, Martin Odegaard got the party started. Bukayo Saka scored twice to put the Gunners in total control of the game. Now, Leo Trossard and Kai Havertz completed the tour to leave Arsenal 2 points off Liverpool. Now, following Tottenham's 2-1 home loss to Wolves and Aston Villa's 2-1 win at Fulham, Manchester United needed to beat Luton to keep their pursuit of the top 4 place going. And they did, thanks to goals from Rasmus Højlund in the 1st and 7th minutes. Carlton Morris pulled one back for the home side, but they could not find their way back fully. The Red Devils walked away with all the points. So that's where we end Sports Review this morning.